Wait, what's Kristen and Alex mixed?
Kralix.
Oh,
I've already thought about this.
But that's my full name.
Klex.
Uh,
That's cool.
Klex.
Klex. Hi, everyone. We're Klex.
We changed the name of the podcast.
Klex sounds like the name brand for like birth control.
Right.
Klex. If you or a
your
loved one
family-
has been affected by Klex,
You are entitled to compensation.
Holy shit. Hey, guys.
That's good. Hello.
How are you?
Happy Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday.
Woo. I have a friend back in the Bay.
Oh my God. There's so many stories about this person.
Yeah, he celebrates Thirsty Thursday every week.
Every Thursday, you
And
guys.
I'll FaceTime him, or I'll like think, oh, I haven't talked to, his name's Chris. I haven't talked to Chris in a minute. And then I'll think, oh shit, it's Thursday. He's probably hammered.
Yep. And then like sometimes we'll try to call and I'll pick up. I'll just
Yeah.
be like, Alex, I don't want to talk. I'm hammered right now. Let me be hammered in peace.
Yes.
This is also
This
the
is
friend
also the
who-
man who has a Modelo tattoo on his stomach. So
He has
there
the
you go.
Modelo logo flat above the belly button, guys.
Literally the size of a small notebook.
Yes, a moleskin notebook.
Right.
It's huge. But yeah, that's Chris. Hi, Chris. Does he even listen?
Probably
Watch?
not.
Probably not.
But yeah, so happy Thirsty Thursday.
Happy Thursday. We went live on Tuesday night on our Instagram. If you don't follow us already, you should. It's at Oddvice Podcast. And we went live and kind of chatted with you guys about this episode specifically because we wanted to kind of reiterate the responses we were asking for in Monday's episode. And you guys totally sent them in. So thank you.
Right.
But we also discussed, we discussed how I hadn't addressed my date.
Yes.
And I realized I told you guys I would tell you about it in Monday's episode, but we just kind of got caught up with the mom, so we never did. But let me tell you about my date. There's something. What is it?
Oh, sorry. It was on your mic, but it's your hair.
It's all good. I need that. I don't have a lot of this. Okay. Where do I start?
Okay.
Ask me questions.
We need to start. I can give you the timeline.
Okay.
We need to start the day of your date. Because
my
I've never seen you this
God.
nervous in my entire life.
You guys, it wasn't just like
It wasn't like butterfly
I'm
nerves.
nervous. Like
no.
I was like
You had
not good.
panic.
Like I was nervous not because it was a new person. Like I love meeting new people. It wasn't that, and it was obviously nothing towards him. And I didn't even know anything about him at this point.
Right.
I was nervous that I was going on my first date.
And it was romantic.
And yeah, and like
It was a romantic setup on like a picnic on the beach.
by the beach at a park though, but
By the beach.
like being treated that way was so weird for me, and I was noticing kind of a trigger that I had, and like I've never felt like I deserved to be romanced like that. I've never really been treated like that, and being treated like that by someone who doesn't even know me, doesn't even owe me anything. I was like, I hermited.
It was so foreign to you.
It was so foreign. But I talked about it in therapy the following day, and she was like, I'm not going to go into all my issues right now, but she pretty much was like, I know why you feel that way. It's because XYZ, but you do deserve it. And you need to realize that this is a normal thing that you should embrace. And this is like what life is about. And this is fun. And this is
like,
good.
what a cool start. If this does turn into anything.
Right.
What a cool start to the relationship.
Sure. Yeah.
Just like it really sets off the tone for kind of how he is.
Yeah.
At least that's like what he put forward, like.
Yeah. He chose to put that part of him forward, which is cool.
Yeah.
I totally respect it. But I'll get into the whole date in a sec, but something you'll kind of possibly pick up on is that I'm trying to not get too giddy about it and be like, oh my God, and da-da-da, because that's another thing I'm kind of trying to work on is like to not hold people to these
like crazy
standards
yeah.
of like, oh my God, it was so perfect and like sparks flew, da-da-da, because then you're kind of setting yourself up for this like
you like
standard
want
that might not be met.
You want to feel like that every time you see them, and just like there's gonna be a day where you're past the honeymoon phase and you're like, wait, is this the relationship I wanted to get into?
Right. I'm just trying to be very realistic about things and whatnot. So I felt like even when I was telling you and Leanna and like all our friends about it,
No,
I was
you've
just kind
been
of like
very quiet about it. You're usually like,
I'm
there's
usually like,
been-
oh my God, guys, and this coincidence and this coincidence. Oh my God,
Yep.
da-da-da.
you were very, even like when you got home that night, you were just like, it was
good.
nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, what happened?
I know,
And we
I
had to like pull
know.
it out of you.
And I still feel like I even feel weird talking about it right now. I think another thing, trust me, I'm going to get into the story in just a sec. I'm sorry. Another reason I'm so like meh about talking about it, especially right now, is like I don't want a public relationship ever again. Obviously, I love to share this with you guys, especially on Advice, because like that's just kind of the dynamic we have with all of you, is like we share these gooey little things with our guys. But I also don't want to put too much out there because I will never have a public relationship again.
Right.
So,
Bits and pieces.
bits and pieces. Anyway, first date. If you didn't pick up on what I just said, it's my first date. It was my first date ever. Like, I've obviously been on dates with boyfriends and stuff, but we've already been established. It's already been a thing. And every guy I've been with up until this point, I've either like known them through other people. Like, we never had to sit and just be like, hi,
Learn about
I'm
each
so
other.
and so.
Yeah.
This was a blind date. So I get there and he had like a blanket laid out with like a Bluetooth speaker.
And you had picked out, so he went to a pizza shop.
Yeah.
And he got like pizzas for both of you. And
Yep.
you had picked out a pizza.
Yeah, we didn't even have each other's number until an hour before the date because my manager set us up on it. So she was the middleman. She sent
Up
me the
until
menu.
an hour before.
Literally, she sent me the menu. Was like, he wants you to pick a pizza from this. I was like, okay, tell him this pizza. She sent it back to him. Like, she was the middleman for all of this. It was really cool. Shout out to Lindsay. So yeah, I get there and I was just like, holy shit, like, thank you so much. And we sat down and we started talking, whatever. But as I'm like sitting down, I'm like digesting the fact that, okay, the date has started.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm still talking. Like, there was no awkward silence, but in my head, I'm like, okay, I need to calm down. I need to settle into this. And as I'm doing that, you guys, I look like I'm ground level. So like 3 feet eye level with me is a hummingbird, just like sit like in the air, like buzzing in one spot, just like looking at me. And hummingbirds are my grandma through and through. Birds in general are a very big symbol of people who've passed and whatnot. But hummingbirds mean a lot to my family and to my grandma. It just, I knew it was grandma just being like, shut up, sit down and have fun. Like, you're fine, you're fine. And I was able to kind of relax my shoulders a little bit. And the date went really well. I mean, I felt like we kind of got to deeper topics really quick, which I love.
Yeah.
When I talk to people, like, I don't need the small talk. Like, sure, I care about what you do, where you're from. And we did touch those points, but not in the beginning. Like, we kind of went right into stuff and it just kind of flowed. It was really nice. A weird coincidence, as I just said, I'm not going to sit and romanticize the coincidences. We were talking about our animals.
Yeah.
And I was like,
cool.
I have a dog named Link. And he was just like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, I know, it's like a weird name. And he's like, no, it's weird. My childhood dog's name was Link.
That's so crazy.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
what are the odds?
That's not a common pet
Not
name
at all.
At all. At least I've never met a Link, and I've had her for 4 years. Like, I've never met a Link. Yeah, I don't know. There was a few little like coincidences, whatever, and we played a dice game, Farkle. We always play it at home. Really fun game. Look it up and play it.
It's so fun.
It's such. All you need is 6 dice, like, and a notepad and a piece of paper, like, or a notepad and a pen. We played that, and as we're finishing the game, we realized like it was dark. Like, we finished the game. I won, by the way. And we look up and we're like, holy shit, it's dark. And it was really cold and like foggy. So we kind of just ended the date there. We said bye, like we hugged goodbye, whatever. And as I'm leaving, I was like, I definitely didn't want it to be over, but it was kind of that moment where it was like
that awkward, like, where we can't continue this here. So like, where would we continue this?
Right. And like, I wouldn't have gone back to his house, especially on the first date. Like I just wasn't.
Right.
That's not where my head went at all. And then
you were so far from our place.
right, I was an hour away. I wasn't gonna like lug him back to, you know, the valley, and I don't know. So we kind of ended it there, and we texted for like a few days after, and then just this past weekend we spoke on Friday. Friday was the last time we spoke, and all weekend we didn't talk at all. And the last that we spoke on that Friday was we were playing cup pong, like the iPhone game, the Game Pigeon game. We're playing cup pong, and over the weekend I was like, damn, like he never played me back. Like, okay.
But okay, what's weird
Well,
is you didn't say
wait.
anything to us.
Oh yes. I thought you were about to spoil it.
No.
Yeah,
You didn't
right.
say anything to us.
I never was like, guys, he didn't respond. Like I kind of just
Which
internalized
you usually
it.
do.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just internalized it. I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? Maybe it was just a first date for a first date. Like, who cares? I don't know. I'm just trying not to fucking overthink it. I don't know. So,
But it's okay to be excited about it.
I know. I'm trying to find the happy medium. I first
get
step
it.
is acceptance, and I do accept and understand that the way I'm handling it, I don't have to do it this way. It is
Right.
safe to be happy and be giddy, but I'm getting there.
You're trying to play it really safe right now.
Yes, I am. So yeah, I didn't tell them. Like I just in my head over this past weekend, I was like, damn, he never played me back. So was it Monday? Hold on, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Monday night he hits me and goes, "Girl, you better shoot the damn ball." And I open the text and I'm like, holy shit.
You were the one who didn't hit him back.
I didn't play it back. So I'm looking this whole weekend like my pride was even too high to check the text to even see, you know, like if I would have just gone and tapped the text to confirm that he didn't play,
Right.
I would have been like, oh shit, and then I could have texted him Saturday or Sunday. But I just never even opened it because I was like, whatever, he didn't like me, it's fine. And yeah, so we continued the conversation, great conversation, whatever, but that's it. There's the update, you guys. It was really good.
You
Dates
think you'll
are
see him
so
again?
fun. I would be not very sad. That sounds a little intense. I'd be bummed if we didn't.
Yeah.
I think we could totally hang again. It'd be really fun, like great conversation. I definitely want to get to know him more. Yeah, it was great though. Like
you guys, from what I've seen, seem like you have like very matched energy.
yeah.
So that's gonna be I want to see you guys together. Like I want to be involved
I
next
need
time.
you to see us together.
Yeah.
It's such a big point when your friends kind of meet the guy or the
Totally.
girl
I just spit.
you're talking to. Yeah, no, even when I sat down like at the picnic, I was kind of like in my head, I'm like, we have the same vibe.
Yeah.
Like if someone
You
walks
guys
up,
even kind of look alike.
right? Well, he is this weird to say? He kind of looks like my dad, like
No,
my
that's not weird.
biological dad, and I'm a spitting image of my dad.
Yeah.
So like we do kind of look alike. It's just like
It's also like I said, you guys have matched energy, so
Yeah.
it's that on top of that,
right,
like
right.
style. Yeah, we'll leave it there.
I like his humor and his music, and like those are the two things that I'm like, that's such a big check mark for me. So I mean, it looks good from here. Who knows? Like I said, I'm not over romanticizing anything, but there's your update for the date, and thanks for caring.
Yeah, you guys were all
You
like,
were
yo,
on it.
give us an update.
Right. Even on my like individual socials, you guys were like, how's the date? Literally Wednesday night when I came home, I was like looking at DMs and people were already like, oh my God, are you on your date? Was it so good?
Stop.
Like that made me really
Oh
happy.
my God, yeah, it's a big
Thank
that's
you.
a big side of support.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Very weird. Next on our list, this morning you were about to tell me your dream, and then I said, no, save it for the podcast because it looked like you were getting really excited for something. So what was your dream?
Okay, it's nothing crazy, but yesterday we were watching Kylie Jenner's stories, and she did a.
You were about to say what it was? Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
she no, you're good. She was filming a Get Ready With Me with her sister.
A drunk
Get Ready With Me. And her stories, like she was hella drunk and then she like went to McDonald's after.
She was like showing her personality. Like she was just
Right.
being goofy, drunk, like with her friends.
And so you showed me that and I was like, dude, I feel like we'd get along with her.
We would.
Like we would all either be able to like sit on the couch and watch shows and like be totally fine, or we can have like a crazy ass drunk night.
I feel like more so the drunk party side we'd get along with her.
For sure.
I can't really tell from what she puts out there that she'd be down to like sit on the couch and like
Really?
smoke
I
a
totally
J and
see
watch
it.
Marvel movies.
I could see it.
I would hope so.
Well, okay. So I had a dream last night that we were best friends with her. And we were hanging out at her house. And I was like kind of watching Stormy while Kylie was working.
Stormy baby.
So I was like hanging out with Storm while Kylie was working, and then I was like it. You know how dreams just like cut to a new scene?
Right, just random.
Kylie was holding Stormy and just like talking to her, and I was texting you. And Kylie goes to Stormy, "Did you have fun with your aunt today?" And
oh my god.
I texted you and I was like, "Yo, Kristen, we're in.
We're in.
We're in." They just accepted me as aunt.
Oh my god.
So I'm Stormy's new aunt. I think
You heard
I
it here
said
first.
I think I said I'm Stormy's honorary aunt. So sorry guys.
Cat's out the bag. You heard it here first. Hollywood Fix.
I'm
Thank
a new
you.
Jenner.
Holy shit.
So yeah.
Maybe they say when people are in your dreams, it's because they're thinking about you too. So maybe she was thinking about you. Maybe she watches this podcast. Hi, Kylie.
What's
hey, Kai.
up?
What's up?
Yeah, that was it. I just thought it was funny that we literally had that conversation like an hour before we went to bed.
I think that's probably why she was in your dream, though.
Right. That just doesn't happen to me often.
Oh, that's true. See, to me, oh my god, that happens to me all the time.
Mm-mm.
I had a really weird dream last night too, but actually, I don't feel like saying it on here.
Okay.
Okay, that was useless information. What are you wearing? And then song of the day, and let's get into this bad boy.
I'm wearing cargo pants.
We're wearing jeans on a bed right now, both of us.
I know. I was kind of just like, you guys see me in sweats every day.
Like, look, we look cute.
Still in
A big t-shirt.
big t-shirt.
Big
And, what are these chino utility pants?
Yeah, they're not chinos. They're, I would say, like
Utility pants. They're
Yeah,
not cargo because they're like
not.
jean material, but they're whatever. They're from Urban. And then I'm wearing these socks. Good old Hanes socks.
Our sock
You
game has
guys.
been so bad.
My socks are
Look at her socks.
so long.
Audio listeners, I'm just gonna let you know her socks
They
up
go to
the
the knee.
the bottom of the cap.
I look like I'm next up to bat.
Next up to bat. You do. They literally go to the bottom of your kneecap.
Right. And then
Freaky.
this is my dad's shirt. It's a
Carson City Harley Davidson.
yeah, I think he got it when he went to Hot August Nights one year.
Yeah, it says Bike Fest.
Yeah.
It's nice. Nice.
I steal all my dad's big shirts,
Lucky.
as you know. Shit. You can have some of my dad's shirts.
Anyway, I'm wearing why am I stuttering? I'm wearing black fuzzy socks and then these big baggy jeans from Kiss the Rainbow, I think is the name of the brand. I might have made that up. And then my tried and true, y'all see it every episode, I feel like, my Skims tank. This is a white tank.
I want to get one of those.
Oh, look at it. If you're on visual, look at it. If you're on audio, just come over to visual and look at my shirt. So cute, right? And then, oh yeah, that's it. Also, I got a new perfume.
Oh yeah, you guys.
I dropped money
A
on
bag.
something on a damn near bag on something that I've wanted for so long, and it's Le Labo Santal 33. The what's it called? Perfume. Yeah.
It's like a body spray.
No, it's.
Is it perfume?
They have a body spray. They have like a
Okay.
body mist one, but this one's like the actual perfume.
Let me smell it.
It smells so good.
Nice.
It smells like cedar wood.
It smells different on you than it smells
tobacco.
on me.
Yeah,
Are
that
you?
happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. It smells really good.
Nice. It's
So
good scent.
That's my new thing. Song of the day. What's up? What's your song of the day?
Okay, my song of the day. So, I was gonna do a song of the day, which is a song that I've had on repeat since I discovered it, but I wanted to wear the matching shirt that goes with it. So stay tuned for that
I'm
because
dead.
the shirt was dirty, so I was like, I'll save
Gotcha.
the song for when I have the shirt.
Smart.
So, my song of the day today it's called This/That by Sarah Jaffe. Jaffe. I hope I pronounced that right.
Jaff.
Jaff? Haffy? Jaffe. There's so many different options.
Jaff.
Who knows?
Cool last name though.
Sarah
Very cool.
Jaff. Right.
Pretty.
This, that.
This
Good.
that word. My song of the day is Time I Love to Waste by May A. I discovered this on the, what's that playlist? Was it Lorem?
No. Yeah.
Lorem. Yeah. On Spotify, and it just kind of popped up. Nice little vibe. Also, if you have been on our socials in the past few days, we told you guys that we updated the playlist finally.
It's been 3 months. 2 months.
We noticed that it hadn't been updated since we started visual.
It's been exactly 2 months.
We're so sorry.
We dropped the ball.
It will never happen again, ever. Because now that it's up to date, all we have to do is go home and add 2 songs.
And I will add it when I get home tonight.
Pinky swear, guys.
Yep.
It will never happen again. I'm so sorry. Really, I'm sorry. But go check it out. It's on Apple Music and Spotify. It's Oddvice Podcast, Our Favorite Songs. Great playlist. It's over 6 hours at this point.
Yeah, it's hefty.
So good luck listening to all that.
Hopefully there's something in there for you.
I think there is.
There's a little bit of everything.
Literally every decade, every genre. Like there really is something for everybody in that playlist. So enjoy. All right, let's get into this.
Let's do it. Do you want to go first?
Yes.
Oh, wait. I have 4, so I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
Okay.
Just a refresher, we had you guys sending in kind of general questions, stories, issues that you have with your relationship with your mom, specifically because we had the mom episode, obviously. We do understand this is a very tender topic for a lot of people, including myself. Right before we started recording this, just now, I was like, Alex, I don't know if I can like do this right now. It triggers a lot of in me. I'm sure it triggers a lot of stuff in you guys. So just want to preface kind of a trigger warning there. If you're not wanting to listen to it, totally click off now. But if you are going to stay for it, I'm here with you. We're here with you. I haven't read Alex's passages yet, obviously. But I just want to say, like, usually I try to give really, really good advice on things and like magic words. I'm not really going to have that for any of this.
We just don't have that for this episode.
I don't have it. If I had it, I'd be at a different spot in my life, to be completely honest with you. But I'm here to listen. We're here to listen, understand, and make you not feel alone.
Right.
So we will try our best. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to start with this one. Hi, girlies. This is Riley. You don't have to keep this anonymous. I have no idea if this has anything to do with your podcast on Monday, because I can't yet find the strength to listen. This will make sense later. But I know how much you two honor signs from the universe and synchronicities between your lives and others, and I knew I needed to tell you this story. My mom and I were best friends. Not your typical, my mom and I are best friends, LMAO. I mean, we were actual best friends. This Monday, she unfortunately passed away after a long and courageous battle with cancer. Monday morning, I was driving to Philly for clinicals and went to put on your podcast, confused why it hadn't uploaded yet. When I finished clinicals, my dad called me and let me know that she had passed. I spent the next few hours just being with family and feeling each other's pain. I didn't look at my phone at all during that time. When I finally picked my phone back up after almost the entire day, a notification popped up on my phone from Oddvice. Meet our moms, it said. Wow. I mean, it was the second I picked up my phone that it was posted. I couldn't believe it. I know the timing wasn't a coincidence and that my mom used you two and your moms to let me know she was okay. The last day I remember her being able to talk, she said to me, I'm not sure how God or heaven or the universe works, but I'm going to send you a sign when it happens. I'm going to let you know I'm safe. This was her way of saying, I'm okay, I'm with you, I'm watching over you. My best friend and I always joke that we are your alter egos. She's Alex, I'm Kristen, because we see so much of ourselves and our friendship in you two. It's really fucking cool that my mom used you in this way. Thanks for doing what you do. I love you guys.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Dude, I'm so sorry. Holy shit. The fact that you got the notification right after too. Whoa. Oh my God. Sorry. I have no words right now. I'm really, really sorry for your loss though. I couldn't imagine. But you're very strong that you even wrote in.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, listen to the episode or don't listen to it at all. Like I totally, don't feel like you have to. But I feel like honored that your mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that.
I'm thankful that you even see it as a coincidence or synchronicity or
Right.
however you want to put it.
Because
But
when you hit that mark, I kind of had guilt for a sec.
yeah,
I was like, oh God.
right.
Oh
I'm
my
a
God.
loss for words, but I don't
Holy
know.
shit, that sent me. Wow.
I hope it puts some kind of comfort with you as it did us. I mean,
Yep.
me reading it kind of gave me comfort. So
Yeah. At this time, I mean, we can't fully understand your position, but leaning into friends and family, and I mean, this is a point we kind of hit in the episode where in Monday's episode we actually said we had somebody ask like, what do you do if you don't have a mom figure? And friends can be your family just as much as your blood, maybe more.
lean into that.
Lean into that. Lean into your Alex. If y'all actually are anything like this, you're gonna get each other through it.
Yes.
I pinky swear. So, holy shit, I love you so much. Wow. Ugh. Okay, next one. I'm not a very vulnerable person, so this kind of scares me to say. My mom has always been working throughout me growing up and even now. I know she's very hardworking and I appreciate that, but sometimes I wonder what it's like to have a mom who's present. Physically, she's around, just not a lot. Again, she's always working. But I have never been able to rely on her for any advice, mental/emotional support. To be quite honest, I consider my sister more my mom, but she's only 4 years older, so I know she's in the same boat as me. Sorry this was long, but guess what I'm trying to ask is, how do I create a relationship with my mom to where even if she's busy, I can still rely on her? So this one jumped out to me because you were talking about how you consider your sister more of your mom and you're 4 years apart.
That's
Same.
exactly.
That's kind of the position Monica and I are in. There was times growing up, my mom worked a lot growing up as well. She wasn't necessarily around as much either. And Monica was mom, and I feel like it kind of, we didn't get along growing up that much because I think we kind of had a little resentment for each other, being like, just because we knew to our core that this situation wasn't normal. I put that in air quotes, normal.
Yeah.
It brought us closer though. So I hope you and your sister kind of see that side of things as you get older. I'm sure you will. At least try to embrace it. I think there's something so beautiful about my relationship with my sister because she's also raised me on top of just being my sister that's like, give me my shirt back, like that type of shit. I'd say biggest key to trying to fix this with your mom is just communicating it and just being like, hey, I love you, and I know you're really busy, but like, can we watch a movie once a week?
Yeah.
Can we, or in the morning, like go in her bathroom and get ready with her as you get ready for your day. Little things like that, I know she would probably appreciate.
And
you just got to communicate
kind of
it.
shows her too
That she needs to slow down
Right.
and kind of reel it in. Communication's everything. That goes for, if you're trying to change any dynamic with any relationship in your life, you just got to tell them.
Put it on the
That's
table.
Step one. Just got to put on the table and go from there.
Next one. Hi, loves. Such a big fan of the podcast. You guys are doing an amazing job. I wanted to get some advice on my relationship with my mom. I'm not going to apologize for this being long, lol, but just a heads up. My name is Delaney, and you don't have to keep this anonymous. My family's story right now is kind of like a movie. So long story short, my mom had an affair with the next door neighbor.
Whoa.
I am currently a freshman in college, and I found out this was happening my sophomore year of high school. I don't know how long it was going on before I found out my older sister knew a couple of months before me. My younger two sisters found out about 6 months ago, and we finally had the guts to tell my dad what was going on in October. Since then, my mom has been ignoring the fact that anything had happened and acts like everything is fine. Fortunately, my dad is finally starting the process of getting a divorce for our family, it is the best option. Because of all of this, and because I have known for so long my mental health and relationship with my mom has not been great. We still have a good relationship on some days, and it's definitely better because I'm at college and not living at home, but I still hold so much anger inside against her. I blame her for my anxiety because it all started getting worse when I found out what was going on. I blame her for ruining our family and what she has put us all through. But at the end of the day, things are getting better and I just want to move on. How do I cope with my feelings on the situation and better the relationship with my mom after what she did? I want to make things better between us, but I don't know where to start. Any advice? I think the best thing right now is that you do want to mend the relationship and you do kind of accept what she did and want to move forward, and that's obviously the best first step. I think another thing to realize is that, like we kind of touched on Monday, is we are all human, and kind of thinking of that and having that help you with your forgiving of your mother could be a big step towards your guys' mending the relationship.
Yep. Everything, you're gonna hate me for saying this, but everything does happen for a reason. I hope your dad finds freedom in the rest of his journey, like
Right.
being a single father for a little bit, or whatever, you know, whatever it
his
ends
journey
up being.
is.
I think I know there will be a light and a reason why the split happened. The way it happened, I get it, that the anger you have towards your mom, but like Alex said, just kind of forgiving and letting go will help kind of relax your shoulders and make you just think a little more gently towards the situation. Maybe allowing yourself to have more time.
Yeah.
Don't feel like you have to rush into fixing this. If
Yeah.
it takes time that you need to be silent with your mom, that's okay. And
It
if
definitely
you
isn't
need
something that you feel like that you should feel like you have to get over in a day.
oh my God,
Take
no
the
way.
time you need to heal.
Right. You're still processing it, and I think you will for a while. And sounds corny, but if you're not in therapy, definitely even start therapy. Like, this is the type of stuff that you do want to heal. What's the word? Like, correctly.
Yeah.
You want to heal healthy.
Gently,
Gently,
healthily, like the best way possible.
There you go. Oh my God, I cannot fucking get the word. So that you don't have any ongoing resentment that will come through your personal relationships, or any like trust
Right.
issues that you'll have in your personal relationships. You don't want any of that, and don't feel like you need to take any of that on. I feel like that's a big thing. As children, we feel like we have to take on, or not we have to, but we kind of naturally take on the stress and, you know, the negativity that our parents might be going through in their personal human lives. Just because we are part of them doesn't mean we have to take on their traumas and their issues.
Right.
We're still separate people than them, regardless of the blood. So remember that, and just try to look at the situation level. Try to simmer down your anger, take the time you need, and I think you'll look at the situation way differently, which will be good. Okay, next one. Hi, ladies. First of all, absolutely love you guys and the pod. It really does feel like y'all are the big sisters I never had. I have a mom question, which is mostly for Kristen. I know you've mentioned your childhood trauma before and how you're currently in therapy. Has your mom ever expressed a lack of understanding about how you could have this problem, or expressed feeling like she failed you somehow? I personally struggle with mental illness, and it's really difficult for my mom to understand because she feels like I, quote, had a good childhood, end quote, and have always been provided for. Again, thank you guys so much for what you do. Love you lots. So, direct answer, my mom has never expressed a lack of understanding, which I'm grateful for. She's kind of, I remember when I first told her I was starting therapy, she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I have a lot to process. And my mom's always just kind of been like, okay, whatever you need to do. Like, whatever you need to do to be your own human, do it. She doesn't care to try and control or understand. And it's not that she doesn't care, like she's like, oh, fuck you. She just like,
She
doesn't
accepts
care
that
though.
you're on your own journey.
I'm my own
and you're
person.
you're figuring it out on your own.
Right. So I'm grateful for that, because I couldn't imagine having her be an external force that was like, what are you doing? Why are you in therapy? Yep,
She's definitely
pussy.
not like negative about the situation.
No, which is nice. But the quote you said, had a good childhood, because she feels like you, quote, had a good childhood, that sparked something in me, because that's definitely a conversation my mom has said. Like, she's always acknowledged the fact, like, you had a roof over your head, this, that, the other thing. And I hate to split things up into like generation stuff, but I do feel like this is a big split in our parents' generation versus us. To them, that was the, quote, American dream. Roof over your head and a family. That was all you needed. Food on the table. You were good. You were living lavish. Our generation and generations below us, we're way
emotional
emotional forward.
Yeah, we're way more in tune with our our mental state and our
Yes.
emotions, and it's so foreign to our parents,
Yeah.
the generations older than us, that it's
Right.
like it wasn't a priority in the household.
Yes. And I think explaining that to your mom will do a lot if she is pushing back. Like there's been situations that I bring up to my mom and she's like, what? That's not a big deal. And I'm like, well, it actually did this to me long term, and this and this and this. Like, they're learning too.
Mm-hmm.
So if that means you have to explain, even if it gets uncomfortable, if you have to explain the traumas you have behind specific things of your childhood, I think it's part of the healing process for you. And I don't think it would hurt to talk about it with your parents too, or your mom too. So yeah, I think just getting vulnerable with your mom, I would hope that her heart couldn't be too mean about that, you know? And if she still doesn't understand and accept that you're actually expressing your struggle with your mental illness and such, maybe she's not part of your healing process, and that's okay. It, like, the people who hurt us usually aren't even part of the healing process itself.
Right.
They hurt us, and that was their place in it. Healing happens within, so don't feel like you have to get this validation to move forward with your mental health.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's all.
Very well said.
Thank you.
Okay. Next one. Hello, you fine ass women.
Hello.
Hi. Here's my mama's story. I grew up the eldest child of 2 to a single mother. My mother, being a single parent, relied on me as a kid to care for my younger brother while she was at work trying to support us. From the moment he was born, I was her sidekick, my brother's other mother. At 11 years old, I was staying at home, watching, feeding, and caring for my little brother during my summer break days. I was told to stay put all day, feed my brother, and to never open the door to our house if someone knocked. This would continue on into my college years. Now I am nearly 25, and I've come to realize that I hold a lot of resentment toward my mother and my brother, unfortunately. I hold resentment because while my brother got to live out his childhood, I had to let mine go to raise him when my mother was away at work. A lot of the household duties fell on me as a child whilst caring for my brother, and this went on into my early 20s. At 11 years old, if my mom were to come home from work to a messy house, dishes unwashed, laundry for the family not washed, folded, and put away, I would be to blame. At first, it was acceptable, in air quotes, that the bulk of the duties fell on me because my brother was a baby, 8 years younger than me. When I was watching him at 11 years old, he was only 3. Though over the years, we both grew and aged as humans do, but the blame for undone chores still fell on me. My brother, now at a very capable age of 13 to 15 years old, still had no responsibilities in the house. He was not expected to wash dishes, help with the cleaning, or wash clothes. All the duties still fell on me as a now early 20-year-old who's still caring for her 13 to 15-year-old brother. If things were not done to my mother's liking, I would be recipient of the verbal abuse for the day. As an adult, I am now becoming aware of the traumas caused by the way I was raised. It's unfortunate because when I try to talk to my mom about the things she did, how they made me feel, and how they have affected me, she does not want to hear it. She immediately gets defensive and starts saying, okay, so I'm a bad mom then, in an attempt to make me feel guilty for reflecting on her parenting. Not going to lie, I was a bit triggered when Kristen's mom said, I swear I didn't do anything, guys, in defense when it came to Kristen's childhood trauma and her going to therapy. It reminded me of my mom exactly. One thing my mom said recently during a conversation about parenting is, nobody knows what the fuck they're doing when they become a parent. And I believe Alex's mom said the same exact thing too. As I continue to grow and continue to reflect on my life, I have began to realize that my mother, who I used to believe knew everything in life, is just another person, a person just like me. She is going through life not knowing what the fuck is what, just like everybody else in the world. Nevertheless, I love the fuck out of my mom. Granted, I am traumatized, but not only did I gain trauma, I gained so much more. She showed me what it is to be a dedicated, self-sufficient, hardworking, selfless, humble, strong as fuck woman. My mother is a good mother. My mother made mistakes. My mother is human. I love my mom. If you took the time to read this novel, I just want to say thank you. If this is read on the pod, I hope other listeners are able to relate. I love you all. You have kept me company whilst living in a new city away from friends and family. Your conversations and dynamic give me life and remind me of my BFF and I. Continue being dope as fuck. Also, I don't need to be a non. And this is Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Sarah. I picked this one because you had specifically called out that you just hope people relate. And I think that's kind of why we started this podcast, is because we want to show people that
other people are going through
other people are going through the same things that we all go through.
Yep.
And we are all human.
I'm sorry, I'm like at a loss for words. I mean, that whole passage was literally, that was the perspective of my sister. That was my life and my sister's perspective written in a pretty little DM. But like you said, parents are just humans, and they're figuring it out, and they have their own demons, if you will. We all do. And that's been such, like, I praise you for accepting and understanding that and noting that, because I think that's such a key to like family trauma, because like I said in the last one, like, you stop trying to look into that person for your healing.
Yeah.
Like, our parents did do these, you know, these fucked up things that they can't take back, but we can take back the control of how it affects
healing.
us.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, relating to what you said so much, I could go on and on. I feel like I could have my own conversation with you about this, but general advice here, something that really helps me with the things that I feel like I lacked in my childhood, kind of what you're saying, your childhood was robbed a little bit from being parent so quick, is a lot of inner child exercises as an adult now. And a lot of the times you're hurting, or, you know, even in your writing of that passage, I'm sure there were parts of your mind and your body that kind of tensed. In those moments, really try to, even if it's you closing your eyes, however you want to channel it, try to channel and envision you as a child and hug that child. That's who's hurting when you're writing these words, when you're reading these words. That's who's hurting right now, me sitting on this bed hearing all of your guys' passages. I'm sitting here as Alex reads, and I'm like hugging little Kristen with all my fucking might, because that's who's getting triggered right now. That's who's sad, and that's who needs to heal. And the only person who can heal that is big Kristen or big Sarah. You know, like, you are in control of your healing, and just forgive. You have to forgive. And the beauty of forgiving and healing is also breaking generational trauma. So next step to all of this, in my path and your path and all of our paths, is that we're not going to do it to our kids. And we've learned from it, and we're badass women from it. And yeah, that's it. Fuck. You got
Very
this.
well said.
Wow. I hear you though. And I think a lot of other people relate to you.
Actually, that was my last one. So
Okay.
I'm gonna finish this off.
Cool. Okay. Hey guys, just wanted to start off by saying I love y'all so much. I've been watching Kristen for years now, and you really have become like my comfort YouTuber to watch, who always makes me feel better, and this podcast always makes me feel better. Thank you. Anyway, I just wanted to reach out because I have a semi-good relationship with my mom, but it's not really what I want it to be. I feel like I'm close to her, but I also feel like I don't know her at all. She doesn't really show affection at all, like hugging or anything, and I can't even remember the last time she said she loves me, and I'm too scared to hug her or say I love you because of how awkward it is. She isn't like mean or anything. She's just never been the type to show love or emotion or anything. I feel like I just don't know her. Like, she doesn't open up or talk about anything. Whenever we hang out, it's just casual conversation. It's like that with all of my family, to be honest. It makes me so sad. It makes me feel like I don't even know my own mom, and there's not really a relationship there. I've tried to talk to her about this, and I tried to like talk to her to see if she will emotionally open up, but she never does, and nothing ever changes, and I hate it, and I don't know what to do. It makes me feel so lonely and not loved because of the lack of affection in my house, and I already deal with severe anxiety disorder and depression. So the lack of showing love and emotions in my house just makes my brain spiral out even more, if that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. It sucks because I'm the only one in my house who feels and thinks this way. I've brought this up with my therapist too, and she told me to try and talk to my mom and everyone, and I already have, but nothing really changes. I feel so stuck. Like, I just want to feel loved, I guess. Anyway, you don't have to keep this anonymous. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being you. This is Sarah, which I thought was funny because the
I just
last
had a
passage was
Sarah.
Sarah.
Okay, I actually do have something to say about
What's
this.
up?
I think it's worth, because this sounds like this is something that's like kind of pent up inside you, and you've expressed that you've tried to talk about it before with your mom. I think you should just start hugging her.
Yeah.
I think you should just go up to her and give her a hug and say I love you, and try and make, this might sound like weird and awkward, and I know it might feel awkward at first, but try and make a routine out of it, and try and do it every day, or as however often you see her. Because I promise, if you go like even a week doing it and then you don't do it, it would feel weird not doing it.
Right.
And I think it would just become something that your mom would expect, and it might break down her walls and
Yes.
open her up to being more vulnerable with you. I know something, I mean, between me and my family, we all hug each other and say I love you before saying goodbye or hanging up the phone. And if I like accidentally hang up the phone without saying I love you, I have to call my mom back and say it, because it now feels weird not to, and it feels like I'm missing out on something.
Yeah.
So if you kind of like work that, it might feel forced at first, but I think later on it won't. Try and work that into your guys' relationship. Just try and start to hug her
Right.
and say I love you.
Even like when you're laying on the couch, like poke her with your toe and just be like, heh. Like, you know, just like little funny physical
Yeah.
walls will be broken down. It might sound goofy, but I really think the two things we're saying could work.
I think it'll like loosen you guys up,
Right.
for being more vulnerable with each other emotionally and physically.
Yeah, I also relate to what you're saying. I feel like this was kind of my relationship with my mom, like maybe like in high school. Now we'll hug when we see each other. We'll say I love you, but it wasn't always like this, especially growing up. Like nobody, even with my sister, like my sister and I didn't start saying I love you probably the past 2 years. We just started saying I love you and like
Yeah.
hugging maybe. Something I did that I didn't do it on purpose to get this outcome, but I'm realizing it kind of in hindsight, it's what made us break our walls down, was I would have conversations with my mom and ask her questions like we were friends.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what was your first kiss like? You know, what was your relationship with your best friend? Like, or don't even go that deep. Just be like, what was your favorite concert you went to growing up? Little things like that it'll make her excited to get nostalgic, because
Right.
everybody loves nostalgia. Everybody does. That's like a brain thing. Like we all
It's
feel
scientific
comfy.
at that
right.
point, right.
It's comfortable to be nostalgic. Little things like that, I think, will also break down the wall. I don't know what her walls are, but maybe it's something where she feels like she needs to be like macho mom all the time and be, you know, I don't want to say like the powerhouse necessarily, but like
Strong.
respected, you know. I don't know. Again, I don't know your mom, but I think it makes any two humans comfortable when you start laughing and relating on small little memories.
Right.
That could be a really good start. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I hope it just shows you that we're all going through things that other people are going through, and we can all relate to each other in some way.
Absolutely. And this episode, we, like, full transparency, we didn't get as many responses from you guys. Usually when we're going through passages for Thursday's episode, we're sitting there for over an hour reading. This one, to be honest with you, there was probably like 40 tops.
Yeah.
Which is not a lot. And at first we were kind of like, damn, like, did we do something wrong?
It's
get
a
it.
hard topic to talk about, and we
Yes.
get not wanting to share.
And now we know that. And sorry to anybody if you guys think we might have overstepped something. Actually, sorry. But I'm also really happy for those of you who came forward and sent what we just read and the other ones we read, because you guys made, I mean, I'll speak for myself, you made me feel really, really heard and really, really comfortable and really known. I know I cried, but those were good tears. Like
Yeah.
I feel relief in relating to you guys, it makes me so happy to even call this part of my job. Like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but just thank you to those of you who sent things in. I hope this helped to the silent people who didn't send anything in but are still listening to get something out of it. Thank you guys so much. We have a big, like, kind of banking episode day this weekend. We have a lot of fun episodes coming up, so I know this is really heavy.
We're gonna get light again.
I feel like we're gonna just go up, and that's just kind of what we do.
Roller coaster. Yeah,
like we did like the drunk episode, then we got serious for a little bit. Like, we'll go up and down, but fun stuff coming soon. As always, if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure to rate this episode, this podcast 5 stars. Leave us a review. If you're on visual, hi, I could see you. You could see me. Make sure you subscribe. Welcome. Turn on notifications.
Comment shit in the comments box.
Just comment shit. Literally the word shit. That's all we want. Just how many times can we see shit? Also, give this video a thumbs up. I feel like we never say that, and I always forget that how good that is for the algorithm. To be completely honest with you guys, yes. So giving this video a thumbs up really helps us, pushes the video where it needs to go to people like you, so we could just build our audience even bigger. Thank you guys so much. Get ready for Monday. Get ready for the next couple weeks. And I love you. We love you.
We love you so much, and we're so thankful.
Go give your inner child a big fat hug from us as well. We love you guys so much. We'll see you Monday. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.